doing the wizards.
Hello.
Hello.
Lizards.
Lizards or Weezards?
Wizards.
I still can't tell what you're saying. Weezards, not Lizards?
W.
Okay.
I was gonna say, why would you say lizard?
I don't know.
Yeah, that just seems like the sort of thing I might say.
Mm-hmm.
Mammals, not the reptiles.
Yeah,
The mammal, not the reptile. Exactly, Dad.
Yes. Well, we don't know that they're mammals.
Hey, so what's the question for today?
Well, they do have fur.
This is true. They do have fur.
There are certain indicia of mammalianness.
It's true.
Can
We have
prove
never seen one lactate.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say.
Wow.
Is that we haven't seen them have live birth or produce milk.
And I hope we never do.
Also,
Yeah, me too.
I'd like to point out that there is some evidence that the entire system might be totally different in the Wizard 101 universe, as there are, for instance, the snake titties.
This is true. There are
I
snitties.
suggest that it's possible
I forgot about that.
also lactate.
There could be Lizards.
Indeed.
Well, there clearly are lizards.
This
Right?
is true.
What are the snakes if not wizards?
This is true. So we are doing Celestia, correct?
Yes.
I
Yep.
believe that's
Cool.
the plan.
Vezek Shadow
I
Key?
have.
Shadow Spite?
What?
Are we going to talk to Vezek Shadow Spite?
That sounds right. I'm just logging into the game now.
Fair enough.
It will take me
I'm running.
a minute to confirm here.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right. Yes, I have a request to talk to Basic Shadow
Yeah. Yeah.
in Storm Ribbon Hall.
Yes, that's where also I have to go. That was words. Also, hype, I'm getting to the point in Stardew Valley where I can start my pig empire.
I don't know what that means, but congratulations.
It means that
Neither do I.
I love them dearly, but my significant other has a crippling video game addiction.
Yes, and I'm a capitalist in said video game.
Yes. Also, they're a ruthless capitalist.
Yes. So basically what you can do in Stardew Valley is you can get pigs, and pigs find you truffles, which you can press into truffle oil, which sells for about 1,500 each minimum. You can get perks to make them sell for more. And your pigs find minimum of one every day, up to 2 or 3, depending on how much they like you. Even more if you have the level 10 foraging thing that lets you get double items, because it technically counts as forageables.
So you have to be good to your pigs. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Be good to the pigs.
The pigs love, they will
Ooh,
cringe.
the rate by Stitch this time is purposefully bad outfits.
Nice.
I know. I'm gonna have to go look at those later.
Isn't that just all of the
Well, this one's
max
just
level
good.
winner's outfit?
And I was gonna say, can't you just submit?
Feel personally attacked.
Yeah.
Why?
But no, you can make lots of money by having just many
Oh,
pig
this
barns.
one's good.
And that's what I do in Stardew Valley. That's how I make money. I do pigs
Holy
and
shit,
wine.
that's-
I'm standing next to Basic Shadow Spite.
Yeah, Dad had a hat at one point in this would have been, I think, Azteca, right?
Which hat was it? I've had so many bad hats.
This was the leaf crown.
You don't look Marley Bone. You're no.
It stands out to me as the very first chat.
That's when you realized that it all gone terribly wrong.
Yeah, that was the moment that we realized that something had to be done.
If you
We were unable to stop you from your descent into madness, but we did make a valiant effort. Well, I did. Can't you
Vibe.
basically?
You know, I am slightly concerned that we were dealing with the Storm Titan in the last world, and now we were dealing with the Fire Titan in the last world, and now we're dealing with the Storm Titan.
If you can believe it, the Titans are actually kind of small fish and
Yeah, that tracks.
gas them.
Also, I'm by the guys we need to fight.
The Titans are amateur hour. Besides, we already dealt with the Ice Titan in the last.
All right.
We already fought the Ice Titan? Oh,
no,
yeah.
we fought his sons.
We did fight his sons because he was asleep. Also,
Yes.
do mushrooms grow underwater? I'm
Yes.
fighting them.
They do in this world, I guess.
I was gonna say
Okay.
fungi grow.
I realized why I don't have the quest for this.
Ah,
I was doing side quests, and it did the thing where it just like automatically switches you to the main quest when you complete one.
ooh, yeah.
So great
So I
news,
got-
guys.
All the
Sorry.
way to the boss before I realized what was wrong.
Ah, I see. That's fine.
No worries.
What was your great news, Emma?
Oh, I was fighting spiders the last time I was on,
Yes, you were.
and I had my deck designed to fight low-level spiders so that I could get the badge. I got the badge though.
That is good.
Congratulations.
But now the only things I have in my deck are humongo frogs.
And these guys are meant.
Oh, rough. Okay.
So I also have some boost the giant spell in to make
Okay,
it more
I will
powerful.
save up pips then.
So somebody else is gonna have to hit.
Well, can Charles hit these guys or no?
Yeah, I should be able to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't
Give me
know
2
how
more
much
rounds and I'll have faints, so it shouldn't matter too much what we hit with.
This is true.
That's true.
Speaking of humongo
we,
frog,
we kind of rely
Yeah, speak of the devil and you shall appear.
on Kestrel as the
this is wait.
alternate hitter, and especially against Storm.
Yes, but these guys
Just
you're
like-
super effective against. Right, Charles?
That was my big mistake. And I remember thinking when I logged off too, I gotta remember to change my deck Wednesday before we jumped into a fight. So that
Yes.
precisely this does not happen.
Fair.
The spell I have.
Yes.
Only spell in my deck, baby.
Wait, but isn't Storm good against Smith?
Yes.
Yeah. He's gonna
Okay.
be fine.
Why did we forget how to play the game the past week?
I was
don't
very
know.
confused because you were talking like we didn't have a Storm Wizard.
No, I'm just very tired. And
Fair.
So Rachel doesn't know this, but yesterday I basically I left the house at 7:30 a.m. and I went into work, and my job was like, "Hey, we need you to go to a different child care center for the day because they need somebody." And I was like, "Okay, cool," because they pay me more to go. And also there were a lot of reasons why I should go, but I went. And so then I did that, and I worked there all day. And then I drove back to my job because we had a staff meeting that night. And the staff meeting ran long, so I didn't get out of the building until 8 p.m. So I spent 12 hours at work.
Yup.
Holy forking shirt balls.
And then I got home at 8:30, so I'd been out of the house for like 13, 14 hours.
Not good. You and I got to
And then
talk
I
though.
went right to bed. Yeah.
We got to talk and we weren't
paid a
expecting
lot of
to.
money, though. So that's the good news.
Yeah, that's an eyeball. That is an eyeball.
So the artifact is not. I'm gonna need to wait a minute for it to spawn again.
Why is there an eyeball on the wall? Do you see
Oh
it?
god.
Oh, it's gone.
Anyway,
Sorry.
if I seem a little brain dead today, it's because I went to work yesterday and I worked for 12 hours,
Fair
and then I
enough.
went to bed and I got up this morning and I worked for 8 hours.
Fair enough.
I'm a
Yeah,
little tired.
Yeah,
just a bit.
just a bit, just an itty bit.
Just a little bit.
But you got
Oh, and
Pokeballs for
Holly's
dinner,
the-
right?
I did get Pokeballs, which was good.
Ye-
Oh, and the new pet you helped me with, Holly, she's a winged cat.
Oh yay! Show us. Is she good?
Gosh, I haven't aged her up yet. I have not been logging on this past week.
Me, I have only been playing on stream. I gotta be honest. I've been. I was hyperfixated on Minecraft for a little bit, and now I'm doing it on Stardew. But
Mm.
well, maybe not hyperfixated,
I
but
just
like it
haven't
is the video
been
game that I'm
remembering
playing.
to log in. Usually
Fair.
I do it in the mornings, but I have 8:30 classes 4 out of 5 days of the week,
Ye-
so that's
Lead.
not been happening.
Lead the way.
Oh,
And I
we're fine.
changed my
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I have classes in the afternoon, but I spend most of my mornings doing math homework usually.
Mm. Yeah, I actually have all afternoons free, which I really like.
That is nice, yeah. No, I have like 3 classes on Wednesdays, when on the rest of the days of the week I have 1 class.
Oh.
And then I also work on Wednesdays. E-
I like most of my classes. I don't love that art is 3 hours long.
Yeah, that is
That's just a
unfortunate.
little bit too long.
That's unfortunate. But I'm also used to that. Like, chem labs
Yeah.
are usually 3 hours long, if not longer. Am I right, Emma? Or am I right?
You are correct. They were brutal,
Yeah.
and I'm very glad that I'm done with those.
Fair enough.
Oh. If you even like lab stuff, like you go into the lab like voluntarily for your own research outside of
Yes,
Like,
I do. I am doing my capstone in the lab.
Yep.
Oh,
because it brings you joy, and then you're gonna go and work in a lab.
this is true.
Like,
Sir, I just realized that Gilroy and I have matching pets.
Yeah.
Yee. But yeah, I do like lab work, but like
is
doing the same
that-
task over and over is a lot, which is like the issue is working in the glove box, because I have to be like hunched over to get my elbows at shoulder height, or my shoulders at elbow height.
Oh, yeah.
There is a very large eyeball in the flip side.
That's what I was talking
Yeah, you
about
just
earlier.
noticed.
Well, I thought you were talking about the stylized eyeballs on all the walls behind us.
No, that's fair. No, I was talking about the big eyeball.
Right? Like, there are a lot of eyeballs in this shot.
This is true.
Eyeballs and mushrooms.
But was
This is a
that
very
talking about
special game.
Celestia is interesting.
it isn't.
That's one word for it.
Okay. He's cool.
Use pedestal.
Use pedestal. Cool. Where is it? Behind these enemies I see.
Flip, flip, flip.
Do we want to do the cantrip ritual chest?
I mean, you guys
Yes.
can. I don't really care.
Absolutely, we do.
Heck yeah, we do.
Have fun, you 3. I'll do the main quest line.
Howard.
Vasek.
Magic touch?
Press
You can I get down there?
No, you gotta go around. Beg this way.
Work for it.
Nonsense.
Like-
Utter nonsense.
I couldn't.
Never. Anytime I see these, just like no one else is around, so
How old are
you
these?
need to-
How old are these Celestia ghosts, do you think? Sorry, that was random.
Nice, we did it.
oh cool.
Ooh, spelling
These
it.
aren't that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, is it if you cast a cantrip, then whenever it unlocks, it'll just show up in your inventory?
Yes, like if someone comes by later,
Ah,
Oh, I need to do this more often then.
fun.
I don't know if you need to be on. I don't know if you need to be online.
I think you do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like I've been like off doing something else when all of a sudden the spell disappeared.
Cool.
I might be
feel like-
doing Shock-a-Lock. I got bored waiting for you guys outside of the dungeon.
Where are you guys? I looked away for a sec.
I'm using something called the Storm Altar. I assume it will summon a
No.
hideous boss. Oh, there is a sigil before we go in to acquire.
Yeah, I tried to just teleport to Quinn. It said you're busy.
I'm
so,
playing Shock-a-Lock.
Let Let's see here. I've got multiple quests. I don't know which one is the main one anymore.
Go to Stormhaven Hall.
Moondial.
Yeah, Moondial.
Cool. I did Shockalock. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Using the old Moondial.
Hello, friends.
There's another eyeball in this door. What is with this place and giant eyeballs?
A symbolism?
Yeah, maybe they feel like
It's
the giant
very
eyeball in their
smart
wall is significant somehow.
Well, I'm sure there's nothing.
I don't know.
On we get.
Let's go.
You guys, that was our best ever sigil for a first attempt.
I know.
True.
We did it.
Just
Very
to
true.
start a stream.
We crushed it.
There's an octopus.
We might be getting better at this game. I don't want to.
I would hope
we-
Oh yeah,
so.
we have to defeat both of them to open the gate.
Defeat both of what?
Both enemies on
Okay.
each side.
Who
Yeah,
are
we're
we
gonna-
fighting?
One's Myth, one's Storm. So
Rachel, choose.
who wants to hit first? We're going this way.
Which way is this way? This way. Okay.
This
The
way.
way that I am in the middle of the fight.
Yes.
The fight that I went into it would be great if you all could join.
Come save.
Come say,
You know,
I mean,
fair enough.
I like I said, I got all the way to the boss before realizing anything was wrong. I did defeat these guys. They're, as you can see, they're kind of squishy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be expected, as we were like 5 levels over level at this point.
Yeah, Dad and I were talking about that. We think it's gonna get more balanced as we keep
Later
playing
on.
for fewer side.
Yeah, because when there's fewer side
like we
things
did
to do.
all of Wisteria.
It's a little annoying that they stopped doing side quests, but I will enjoy more balanced.
Just don't have like whole worlds and long, and they take a pause on long side
Yeah.
dungeons.
So you
Yeah.
got Darkmoor at level 100,
Right,
and you think you have.
And that's when you have to farm, right?
right. So we've got like a few coming up, but not for like 30 levels.
Yeah. And that's
So
what we
we're
have to
not
like. We have to farm Darkmoor for gear, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. That's not going to give us that much experience.
Fair enough.
I'm not trying to attack those. We should
Fair
be
enough.
throwing.
Come on, Emma. We didn't bring you for the storm guy.
There's another storm guy on the other side. I think will be useful at some point. I'm confident of it.
Okay.
Deleting aggressively here. Just give me a second.
Sure.
Where?
I keep forgetting to turn off
Make
my air
one
purifier when
minor
I'm
mistake in
streaming.
your step. All of a sudden, all credibility is lost.
But you had to know.
I did know.
Uh,
I knew from the moment the Eminem thing came up, it was going to be a rough streak for
the
me.
whole thing is going wrong.
True.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting to turn off my air purifier at the start of streams, so there's just like until I remember to turn it off, which tends to be about 20 minutes into stream, there's just like my audio sounds bad.
The ambient.
And the thing is my mic is trying to cut it out, so it just makes it sound like I have a bad mic.
Right.
I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, that I've turned it off now.
No.
I couldn't hear in the first place.
That's fair. Discord has a pretty decent audio compression, unlike OBS. Like
Yeah.
background noise suppression.
Mm-hmm. No. Eminem's good. Would you like some?
I'm good, thank you.
Are they
It is the
peanut
family
butter?
size. Correct.
It is the family size. I'm family.
Is
You
it the
are
peanut
family.
butter M&Ms, Emma?
They are.
Oh, I
Vibe.
could have my Easter chocolate. And
Nice.
yeah, not M&Ms, jelly beans. My mom came into town the other day.
Ah,
This was the Easter chocolate. I bought it like a week before Easter. Probably more than a week before Easter.
well, you had big bag of peanut M&Ms, peanut butter M&Ms when I came to visit.
It's the same bag of peanut butter. M&Ms. I'm working my way through slowly.
Fair enough. Fair enough. He
Spell deck problems,
vibe.
which was payback, I guess.
So we get the second. Shit. I didn't even have to write a first tablet or nothing.
Fancy.
That is the. Rachel will tell you. First tablets are traditional.
I don't actually know a ton about curse tablets.
Oh, there's so.
Sorry, I'm learning
You're good.
more.
Your job
I've
is
been
to
listening
back up
to.
that
I was gonna say, oh, your only job is to.
I know that they exist and they took them seriously, but that is the extent of my knowledge.
There are some really fantastic magic tablets out there.
I have been speed running this one author, Emma Suffin.
Oh yeah, you told me about her.
I told you about her, but I'm also reading two of her other books.
Right.
One I have a hard copy from the library, and one I have an audiobook of. But she's so much fun because she like cracks jokes, but like knows when to take shit seriously. And my favorite thing she does is she continually brings up the accuracy of her sources. So
Nice.
currently I'm listening to her book about Agrippina the Younger. And so she's constantly reminding us that
I've read that.
It's about a woman, but it's from
what
a very
is this?
patriarchal.
Wait,
This
what-
looks cool.
That gave
What
it to me.
spell is this?
You remember the book you gave me? I think it's by Emma Southern. I think that's it's.
It might be.
Yeah, I think it's like. I'm now gonna look it up to make sure it's the right same book. But
Sorry,
What
did you
was
just summon Mjolnir?
That was so cool.
That was a very
Yes, I
cool
did.
spell.
I like that spell. Mostly because of the way it looks.
No, that's a very cool
Oh,
looking
for
spell.
sure.
It's a very cool spell, and it's only 3 pips.
yeah, this is it. This is the
Whoa.
book. I've read it. It's awesome. Oh, that's
Yes,
my
it is.
favorite history book I've read so far.
Yeah, but yeah, she
All right,
constantly
are you
like
ready?
brings up the accuracy of her
Storm
sources.
Your time is coming.
Great.
Fun.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
One second.
Good.
You know what I
Someone's
learned?
gonna have to get sidekick. I'm going full boss fight.
I'll
Oh, there's
take out
a
the
Zodiac
water
comb here
warper.
too, guys.
There is a Zodiac tome. You're
Should we
right.
get that now or after the fight?
After the fight, I think we can't get
After
it.
the fight. I
Ready,
think there's
set,
a chance that at least one of us will get sucked in if we try and grab it.
Yeah.
That's
You
a
get-
good point.
Do you guys want to know what I learned in my gender studies class?
What?
Both Aristotle and Darwin were super sexist.
Yes.
Yep.
Aristotle and Darwin.
Like Charles Darwin.
I mean, like, it doesn't surprise me because Darwin is a 19th century British dude.
Yeah.
He
But
is
Aristotle
patriarch.
was really sexist.
But
Yeah.
Aristotle was so, like,
Like I don't know enough about Aristotle, I guess, to know an example.
I know a decent number of, like legitimately, I have heard people refer to Aristotle as my nemesis Aristotle. Because, like, they hate what he did to, like, the intellectual, like, academic thinking for, like, so long.
That's
like,
fair.
Pulling the arc free.
The
you know,
one that
there are still people who are like, ah, yes, Aristotle. Like,
true.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah. The funniest yet most egregious thing was during like the Enlightenment, when all of these, guys are being like, okay, so Aristotle was wrong actually, and they're studying all this stuff. They would tie themselves in knots to like make women the exception.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
Whereas,
would.
like, Aristotle was wrong about everything except women.
He was wrong about everything except for
Galen
women
was
being
wrong about
malformed
everything.
men.
Except women. And I'm just like, do you hear yourselves?
Can we talk about how he thought that women only existed because wombs weren't hot enough to produce men? Like,
Yeah,
Yep.
like, you know how turtles, if the temperature is wrong,
I hear you.
get women.
oh, I didn't know
and
that was like an actual biological thing. Like, it makes sense. But
Like,
It is in some
Some
species where
people are
some
like
animals.
turtles,
people are like turtles.
and that's why we need women.
Yes, get girls if you fail to keep the womb hot enough.
Yes, because that's how
how it
biology works.
Science, Dad.
So the farther north you go, the
The more
women.
women. Yes.
Right?
I'm just checking because I'm not much of a science guy.
Yeah. All right. Next round. Assuming I get a power tip, I should hit.
Fair enough. I'll give you another blade.
Excellent.
You will do mega damage.
I was gonna say I don't need this many blades. Frankly,
I know you
I
don't.
probably could have gotten him with
Oh, but
one.
did you want to hear why Charles Darwin was super sexist?
Yes. Tell me
So
about
apparently his
Darwin.
theory,
One is a strong word, but yes.
apparently his theory from we're reading a whole bunch of articles for the class, and his theory was that women didn't have to evolve because men evolved so they could compete for women, and because women weren't, being competitive, they didn't have to evolve. Which,
because that's how it works.
because that's how it totally works. Don't consider the fact that, women who are having sex with these quote-unquote evolved men are still producing female children that would have the evolved genes.
Also fascinating that he thinks men compete for women, but women don't compete for men.
I feel like he was basing it off of the birds. Like, that was my gut reaction when I read that.
Yeah, that would be the most English thing to do.
Exactly.
The bird for a few hours. I have some theories about women as a result.
Yes, exactly.
That's exactly how it is.
Oh god.
It's like the funniest thing that's ever been on the stream.
Yes.
Evening glitch.
I mean, to be fair, this is the guy who married his cousin.
Yeah.
So
He didn't do much evolving.
All right.
Zodiac.
no, he didn't. Zodiac Tome.
Yeah, he did not succeed in genetic diversity, did he?
No, he did not. I believe many of his children, or at least some of his children, had hereditary diseases from that. So.
Well,
Not
marrying your cousin for one generation wouldn't increase your probability of having.
I don't know if it was just one generation, because this is also Darwin we're talking about, who presumably to have all of that funding was decently rich.
Yeah.
I don't know that for sure, but
I would be more surprised if there weren't inbreeding in his family tree before
I
him.
mean,
yeah.
me too. I'm just saying that, like, from a genetics perspective, a single generation of inbreeding isn't enough to produce a statistical rise in.
No, it isn't.
Genetics.
But we also don't know if he didn't have previous inbreeding in his family tree, which
But again,
seems likely.
This is the British in the aristocracy.
Wait, what quest do people have? I have to defeat Tempest, Stormfist, and Storm Riven Hall.
Me too.
No, I need to
Ooh.
fight Leland Hawkins. I need to talk to Leland
Isn't
Hawkins.
that what we just did?
Yes.
Yeah, we just did. That means there was a glitch and we gotta do it again.
That's fine.
I'm still in here if you guys come back.
Oh, okay.
Well,
On the sigil?
No, he's still in the temple.
No, I'm still in the.
Is the boss here? The boss is here.
Still here.
Oh, the boss is still here. Yeah, we can find him.
They came back when you guys came back.
Oh, cool.
Cool. We did.
Okay, cool.
We used a glitch to fight the glitch.
Stop the glitch with the glitch.
I don't know how that happened, but I'm cool with it.
Oh, so
Yeah.
we have magnificent Holly and lovely Jasmine as our cats.
Yes, we do.
Oh, speaking of cats, I was playing Stardew Valley today, right? And you can put hats on your cats now.
Excellent.
And I
Hats
got
on
like
your
I was mining and I killed an enemy and I got a little hat kerchief that's like something a babushka would wear. And I
Aw.
put it on my cat and she looks like a babushka.
I think
She looks
Babushka
like
is the scarf, not the person.
No, I know what it is. It's like something.
Oh,
It was a headscarf that like
Thank
a
you.
grandmother would wear.
I was gonna say, because my I don't know. I've just heard my grandmother refer to it as the hat.
No, it is the hat. Babushka means grandma. I know that much. But
Yeah.
but my
Okay.
cat looks like a little babushka now. Because she's a little black cat with like these yellow eyes.
Sorry, there's an extended family rant about babushkas and certain lying American journalists who had people put on babushkas when taking their picture for a certain magazine.
Oh wow, I did not know about that.
It's like
We'll show you the picture sometime.
she literally to her dying day was pissed about
Fair enough.
because she got her picture
What is
taken
this
for.
about?
So my great grandmother, when she gets off the boat from Poland, like in New York, right? Like literally gets off the boat, right? She's standing there with her infant daughter, my grandmother, and a journalist comes up, and she doesn't really speak English, and is like, "Hey, can I take your picture?" So my grandmother and my great grandmother get their picture taken, but my grandmother is coaxed into putting on a babushka headscarf
Which she never wears.
which she never wears to make her look
Yeah,
more
to-
foreign.
Okay.
And so my great grandmother, for like literally to her dying day, was pissed that this.
Now you have to say where the full picture is here.
Understandably.
I didn't
Yeah,
want to
fair
look
enough.
Oh,
It appears on the cover of Time magazine.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
it appears on the cover of Time magazine, and she legitimately is on the cover of Time magazine, like wearing a headscarf that she never wears.
Yeah,
to
that
make her
is
look
like
foreign.
super offensive.
that's awful.
Yeah, with my grandmother, and she was like outraged about it to her dying day because basically they just
40 years later, she's still mad.
she was not over it.
You know, fair enough.
Understandable.
Yeah,
Like, welcome to America.
Get
going to
stereotyped
explain how
immediately.
Yeah.
welcome to America. We're exploiting you for money.
Yep.
Yep.
My dad had a coworker who was like, it's really interesting that we're 70 years down the line and the face of the immigration quote unquote crisis is still a woman in a headscarf.
Yeah. Also, that was a much quicker boss fight.
Yeah,
Yes.
Did it count for you guys?
it did.
It
Says
did.
Cool.
Leland.
Talk to you, Leland. I don't know why. So it was Emma and I that didn't get credit?
Maybe
Yeah.
because we didn't activate the storm altar before we talked to him.
Maybe.
Or
Maybe.
fun?
I don't know.
Oh, we skipped a step somewhere.
Probably.
Yeah. In any case,
We fought him now.
anyway,
And we can get out of the water where my character blends in. Like because of his blue clothes, it's legitimately a little harder to see him in the water areas. So yeah, that's fun. Ooh, Moon Sunder is a cool name.
right?
Oh, yeah, that is cool.
Also, I've
Is
been
this
listening
Alaric?
to more D&D podcasts, and
I
there's
love
this...
the name Alaric. Roman history reference.
Oh, Alaric is a history name?
Alaric the Visigoth.
Ah. One of the characters is
Stack-
named Ulrich in the current podcast that is coming out that I'm listening to. Go listen to Dice Will Roll,
Yeah,
they're
Stack
great.
Throne.
Oh no, I got pulled into a fight.
Yeah, he's Stack Throne.
Want help?
Sure, it'll be faster if I get help.
There's a cantrip chest over there, too.
Ooh, a cantrip chest?
I also have limited things in my deck right now.
Wait, what are you? I lost you.
In a
Me?
fight?
All of you.
I'm in a fight with Rachel.
I'm going to the cantrip chest if I can
Me too.
get there.
Fair enough.
Maybe we go up and around. Okay, I got stuck. I'm free now.
We lost him.
Oops. I should have looked at my enemies before I shuffled my deck
Oof.
because they're death, so I did want to cast Fate.
Yeah, it's
Can't
fine.
cross.
I can add if I get more
Does this literally spawn in an
Thanks.
inaccessible area? This may have legitimately spawned in a place that it's impossible to get to.
I
can't
feel
figure
like
out
I
if it-
remember taking all of my traps out of my deck from a boss fight. I need to fix that.
This
Oh,
does
from last
suggest that
time,
Yeah.
they are fully rendering all of the inaccessible areas.
Ah.
In theory, you could go
Is
there.
it inaccessible or do you have to like go around
Around.
something?
We went around. We've gone around to both of the ways that you could, in theory, get around.
Ah. Also,
Both of the ways that you could get around are blocked off.
Ooh. Also, we have Cap asking in chat, how's the wizarding going? I think it's going pretty well.
Yeah, it's going pretty well. We've hit a few hiccups here.
All right, we're gonna ignore that cantrip, Jess. We're gonna go talk to the archivist.
Yes.
Yee.
Dude, every time I hear the archivist at this point, I think about the Magnus archives
Fair enough.
because one of the characters is the archivist.
Fair enough.
All right, I'm gonna cast Faint, so it'll be another couple rounds before I can cast Scarecrow.
That's fair.
He's not.
Just
Yeah.
because I don't want them to survive.
You guys want help,
Yeah.
by the way?
I mean,
I think at this point,
at
it'll be
this
faster
point,
for me to just cast.
yeah, Rachel, I can just kill him. If you want the experience, I guess.
Frankly, at this point, I think it's better if I try and minimize my experience getting.
That's fair.
Am I level 70 yet? No, not yet.
Not yet? That's good.
I'm still level 69.
How are you, Cap?
Really? Not a
You
single night? Is this not a
Nice.
rule of video
No.
game nerds or not?
Sorry, I was distracted.
I was gonna say you could lock your level so you don't level up. You'd still get the XP later, but then you'd at least stay at the same level. If
Oh.
that's,
I didn't know that was an option.
I don't know what the important part of this is.
Cap says he's doing good. Are we all doing good?
Yep.
MVP.
Yeah, I think we're EP and good.
Yeah.
We're keeping with good.
I have summoned the sun god. Oh, apparently he's doing astrophysics. Vibe. He is in an astrophysics class right now, so you know why not?
He's not like studying at like he's not like.
Well,
I
he's
guess
a
I don't
physics
know.
major.
Oh, this is the physics guy. I was like,
Yeah.
is this science human or not science?
This is a science human. He does the inferior
Okay.
science, though. No offense,
Ooh,
Cap.
shots fired.
You know, you say this as if you haven't referred to biology exactly the same way.
True. Yeah, he clarifies that he's doing the homework for astrophysics. No, every other science except for chemistry is the inferior science.
You're wrong. There's nothing better than a strange oozy liquid.
No, there are really many much better things. Have some pips.
Okay.
You don't understand the glory of it.
No, I do. It sucks. I dislike it. I don't like the ooey gooey things.
Howard.
I'm not a coward. I have texture issues.
No, I appreciate that. I understand. You prefer your strange liquids behind a thick layer of protective gear.
Yeah, especially because biology smells. I mean, chemistry can smell, but there are ways to mitigate the smell. You can't always do that with bio.
The smell is a part of the experience.
Okay, but I have shit lungs.
Only remembering the time in
Conversation is taking a weird turn.
Yes.
Which science smells the worst?
I would say biology, but like some things in chemistry do smell pretty bad, but then you have like protective equipment to stop it from smelling bad.
The chemistry stuff makes me lightheaded, though.
Yeah, fair.
Sorry, I'm just recalling the time that one of my professors in high school brought something in to dissect, and then proceeded to like forget to bring them home the next day.
Ooh.
The science room smelled for weeks.
Ooh, apparently I need to go to Crocotopia to talk to my teacher. Okay, Cap does say that doesn't make it not smell bad. That is true. But also, like, I would feel like the majority of biology smells bad when not the majority of chemistry smells bad.
Well, it depends what kind of biology you're doing. If you're doing molecular biology or cellular biology, it doesn't smell bad at all.
It
because
can.
it's
It can.
okay, if you're dealing with like pond scum, yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
And like, if you're
Those are
doing what
natural
I
smells.
do with ionic liquids, it doesn't smell bad.
Like those
Like a
weird
lot
chemicals.
of lot of science chemistry doesn't smell bad. Just if you're using like specific organic solvents, it smells bad.
I was gonna say it doesn't.
Yeah, Cap thinks that Cap thinks that most
organic chemistry, not like inorganic So maybe that's where my bias comes in. But
Yes.
I am the I said
Hi, Archivist. Also, Cap agrees with you that most biology doesn't smell bad. Maybe I'm just
Right.
biased against bio for no good reason.
you might have an anti-biology bias.
We should really get Kaylee in here because she's a biology major.
Well, and I also think that like part of it is like you don't do well with like
I don't like working
Body
with living
fluid?
things or bloody
Living
fluids.
things.
Yes.
you don't like living things or fluids that come from living things.
Which is why I don't like bio.
Right. But like that's a really, really, really small part of biology.
I know.
But like it's fair that because it is an important part, and it's fair that part
I like
Which is,
plants. I like botany.
really, yeah, which is like really a no go for you is like, makes it not good. But for those of us who enjoy dissecting things,
Gross.
look,
No,
you're
I'll
talking
be
about
over here with my
Oh,
viscous
sorry.
liquids.
My brain
story.
dissection about that. So I'm in one of my classes. One class a week, we go to out into nature, like here to a nearby nature preserve, and we were just supposed to, kind of wonder about and note down our observations for discussion later on. And I was just hanging out next to this like little duck pond they had.
say the word.
Kind of waiting for other people to wander off, so I wasn't like walking right next to them. And then I heard a bunch of quacking, and I looked over, and there was a hawk trying to eat the ducks and failing. Well, it would like swoop down, and the ducks would like quack a bunch and go underwater, and then the hawk was shit out of luck. So
That is what ducks do.
Yeah.
But it was really cool because it was like across the pond, and then it swooped again to a tree right next to me, and I just kind of sat there and looked at it for a while. And
Nice.
I learned something new, which is all raptors cough up pellets, because I watched one, it just like kind of shake its head and open its mouth and lean over, and then kerplop, there
Are
was
you
something
guys
pellet
in
on the
it?
ground.
Or somebody else?
No, this is some other guy. This is
Okay.
Arthur Butterfly.
Sorry, Rachel, continue. Sigil issues.
The
No.
pellet.
Pellets.
Oh wait, hang on.
Pellet.
Use Moon Portal and Celestia Base Camp. Is it supposed to be?
No, you have to talk to someone
Okay.
else.
Talk to Edith eventually.
Yeah. Oh, I got a pet!
Me too.
Yeah, jellyfish.
Jellyfish! So you're saying that all raptors have pellets? That's cool.
Yeah, apparently when they eat small rodents, then why do I have 2 jellyfish?
Yeah, I always.
I think-
Oh, the
I
jellyfish
think,
are so
I think
cute!
it just appeared twice. I think you only got one.
Yeah, mine always appears twice whenever I get a pet.
Yeah,
That's weird.
it's part of the charm of the game.
Indeed. Okay, now I can do the boss, the thing, the fight.
The charm of the game is code for the game is glitchy as fuck.
Yes. Yes.
That's what we're calling it.
Then we're calling it the charm.
Yes.
Charm.
You ready?
Yes.
Yep.
No, when I was I did this summer camp for a couple of years, and one of the things we did do was dissect owl pellets, and that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
When I was little, I asked, "Are the guinea pigs gonna die, Daddy?" And Dad was like, "Well, yes. One day the guinea pigs are going to pass away." They're trying to give me like I was like 4 years old, right? Like my dad was like trying to like. I'm like, "Can I keep their skeletons when they do?"
Oh my, that sounds like you.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a little disturbing.
And like when my father was like, "No," and also when you become a serial killer, I'm going to deny everything.
Fair enough. Also, Cap also remembers getting double pets whenever you got pets in this game.
Yup,
Yep. Part of the charm.
because you get the notification, and then it hatches, and so there's another notification.
Oh,
for
is
the-
that what it's doing?
Right, because you get
Oh,
the
is
egg,
that what it is?
and then the egg hatches. You get
True.
It's an insta hatch.
True.
an
Also,
insta hatch.
I got it.
help me
I got
remember to put the 30% traps back in my deck because I keep forgetting to put them in.
Remember to put the 30% traps back.
I bet after this fight. Whew.
We're
Excuse
feeling
me.
bitchy today as a group, aren't we?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Team it.
Just a tiny bit.
Eensy weensy a little bit.
Oh, Rachel, did you finish your capstone presentation?
I finished it this morning, so
That's
after this
good.
I'm gonna practice a ton, so I have time. So I have it down.
Oh,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
in the past. Oh, and Dad,
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with you. The only thing you need to know,
Mm-hmm.
I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. It is
Okay.
a telehealth visit. I will be back in the house around 3:30.
Okay.
So if you hear someone like
Okay.
talking or enter the house like above your head when you're, at work, it's not an axe murderer,
Understood.
or at
Most
least I'm not
likely.
going to be axe murdering anyone in this house.
Yeah.
No,
That was a very strange qualification, but go ahead.
axes are a terrible way to kill someone.
They really are.
Like, frankly, if you're going to kill somebody with a blade,
But I don't know that serial killers are always concerned like the most effective way to kill, are they?
well, they should be.
Well, just because they're not good at their jobs doesn't mean that's how they do it.
React.
Frankly, it's a shame that the serial killing field is so full of rank amateurs.
Oh my. Okay, there we go. I fixed my deck.
Back in
Is
the old
shots
days,
fired the correct term to use here?
What?
Is shots fired the correct term to use here?
I don't. I
Because it
feel like
feels a little bit strange to say shots fired in the serial killer fandom.
true. Also,
yeah,
Cap
she's like a
Cap
potentially
disagrees with you. He thinks that it's not a shame that the serial killer fandom is full of amateurs.
All right, there's got to be a line,
I'm gonna have to agree with Cap.
isn't there?
You make a good point.
He
I'm
says
just
it's a
saying the
good
world
thing.
is woefully short on Genghis Khan these days.
Oh my.
Well, Genghis Khan wasn't a serial killer; he was a warlord.
So are you saying that axes in general
I think
aren't a good murder weapon, or just specifically for serial killers? Yeah.
Axes really aren't a good weapon for anything. Like they're useful in the sense that like you can't. Yeah, no, they're not a good weapon. Like they're good for like cutting wood and other things, but like.
But what about
frankly,
like battle
they're
axes?
They're going to be better for killing humans. Like
What about battle axes that are specifically meant for killing?
battle axes are not really a real thing.
Oh.
They
Okay.
just people had axes, and when they had to go fight, they bring.
Yeah, like that's
That's the way I understand.
well, and they, like the big like double bladed like fantasy axes you see
Yes.
would be shit to use because
Yeah,
they're
fair.
too heavy.
That's
True.
why people use pikes and
Right.
And swords.
So,
birds.
Reach
right.
weapons.
So like a proper like axe like that, like that would be super heavy. It would be almost unfeasible.
Well,
So,
the other thing
no.
is that like with axes, you don't have a ton of reach. Like it has
True.
a similar motion to a sword, but you don't have the reach.
Also-
You don't have the stabbing option.
Yeah.
Was
And
Genghis
there's also
Khan a serial killer?
significantly. I
Sorry.
was going to say, isn't it? He'd be a warlord, not a serial killer, right?
Well, no, he was not a serial killer. But I'd like to point out that at that point in time, you didn't like it wasn't socially frowned upon to go out and kill people as long
Yeah.
as those people were not like
You.
quote unquote your people.
Yeah.
I see. Also, Cap agrees halberds for the win. Pole arms are great and
Wait, no.
underrated.
The full arm fandom continues to grow.
We love pole arms.
Go full arms. Anyway,
Love me a good pole arm.
And We need more spears and halberds.
And glaives.
And glaives.
And sword
Spears great,
spears.
too.
We love sword spears.
Yee. Fewer axes and battle hammers. That's what I say.
Fair enough.
War hammers.
Ye.
When 3 bone strikers.
Why is there a whole franchise called Warhammer and nothing called Halberd? What I want to know.
Because Warhammer has
You
war in
could
it.
make your fortune.
Because Warhammer has war in it, it's more direct that, hey, this is war.
Yeah. Sigh.
I don't know, Halberd 40k just doesn't really whirl off the tongue for me.
Oh, there's a moon school trainer here. None of
Anything
these
that-
look useful.
Moon School isn't useful.
I don't want to have a fursuit.
I don't use the polymorphs.
No.
I do not want to have a fursuit.
There's got to be a lounge lizard in here too. We got.
Oh, true,
Yeah.
land lizard.
I don't know where it is exactly.
We'll look it up before we
Leave.
move on to the next section of this dungeon, just so we don't miss it.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of looking around as we go, but
Fair.
I'm guessing-
Rachel, our technology person.
That's what I'm doing. What's the name of the dungeon we're in?
The Lunarium?
is it called the Portico?
Oh, maybe it was
We've been visiting the Lunarium. at the
Also,
Portico.
I don't know.
Cap says that Genghis Khan's death count was probably inflated by both his enemies who wanted him to seem worse, and by himself to make him seem scarier. Not that he's excusing it, but it wasn't really much worse compared to his contemporaries, to be honest.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean,
Yeah, he was just on a much larger scale, though, right?
This
Well,
is
yeah.
true.
His contemporaries didn't, span the entire continent of Asia like he did.
we also know that, Genghis Khan, for all that he, a lot of it was in battle. Like, in order to get where he gets, we actually have quite a bit of history about, the people he kills within his own community, including, several siblings,
Ooh.
his best friend.
Ooh.
He
Of course.
killed a meaningful number of people, outside of, battle.
Fair enough.
But, because he's not a nobleman, right? He's a normal dude who, basically murders his way to the top.
Yeah. Also, apparently there's a very good series by Extra History on him.
Yes, I watched that one. I love it. Yes, I watched it. It's one of my favorites.
Also,
It's
yay
really
for the pet going. Good pet.
A good pet.
Good pet.
Anyway, yes,
So we got 2 kibbies and 2 dragons.
Indeed.
Team Kibby versus Team Dragon here.
To be fair, we could probably out-tank you. We could out-tank you.
Yeah. Well, we have both of the healing on our side.
This is true. We have
So-
I
healing.
think that's
and
pretty
tank.
much the reason for the differential, right?
Yes.
You have different boosts. And
Yeah.
Tim and I both apparently went for damage.
Yeah, because that's our function in the team.
This is true.
It was like, yeah.
Well, we were very explicitly told go for damage, right?
This is true.
That is our job.
And to be fair, Rachel's pet is the child of my pet, who is related to Katie's pets, so.
Yeah, my pet isn't strictly damage. I bred this pet specifically to be kind of like a well-rounded pet, right? It's got some heals, it's got some damage, so it does a little bit of everything.
And it has the nice shield for all of us.
Yes,
That is
so
very
it's
nice.
designed to be
A good old dragon.
good old dragoon.
Okay, so we're in the portico. So the portico lounge lizard is it's kind of off to the side. I'll lead us to it in a sec.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I left you to go to the next boss.
Oh, that's fine.
Service blood sword.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is a hyper-specific thing. But
Yes.
Rachel, do you know who Elagabalus is?
I do not.
Sadness. Ignore me.
I'm sorry. No, tell me about it.
No, I mean, he's just a super interesting figure for a whole host of reasons. He's a Roman emperor. So basically, Septimius Severus, who was a Roman emperor, has a bunch of kids.
Okay, I want to clarify something. I mostly took classes on the Republic, and I'm only just
Right.
now starting to research the Empire in my own free time. So my knowledge of the Empire is very scattered.
Right. So basically, right, what happens is you've got like the Julio Claudians, or the complete hot mess that is that. And then you have the 5 good emperors, right? And they're like,
Those are the ones that I know about.
right. And then
That's what the whole
Coins.
exhibit is on.
Yeah. You got that one. So then you've got this sort of assortment of hot messes. And the
Yeah, and then the Severan dynasty is like the last one before something big happens.
right. So I'm gonna get this slightly wrong because I don't remember the date specifically enough to get this fully right. But basically, right, under Septimius Severus, you get the transition from like a more like principate based like first citizen, right? Of the Augustus model. Under Septimius Severus, like, I mean,
He wasn't the
this
first
really
guy
gets
to
done
change
with
it.
more under
From,
Diocletian,
yeah,
but-
Diocletian's the one who changed the title.
right? But Septimius Severus is kind of the first glimpse of this you get, where he's a much more autocratic,
Bye,
and
Cat. Thanks for
overtly
coming.
autocratic leader.
He's going back to acrobatics. Sorry, he was saying that. And I wanted
Yeah.
to say bye before he left.
Yeah.
Continue with the Roman history.
Yes. Sorry, this is probably really boring.
After he's
But all of this basically is to say that Septimius Severus and his
Okay,
son Caracalla
Blizzard.
are
Where is it? Are you going there?
Yeah.
More autocratic leaders. Septimius Severus is notable for once having said that
I'm trying to get there.
Marcus Aurelius should have strangled Commodus in his crib.
My,
But like that's what a good parent would have done.
this killed a child.
And it's also worth noting that his own son was an
Found
absolute
Found it. Over here.
tyrant, probably a worse tyrant than Commodus was.
Yeah, I've heard Caracalla come up.
So he was totally talking out of his ass there, but
Okay.
that's the alleged
Yeah.
quote.
For context about like a little bit about what we're talking about,
Stellar Protector now.
before Diocletian,
Right.
the title of emperor was Principe, or Princeps, which technically means first citizen. And it's a holdover from when the empire first happened. They had to pretend it was not actually an empire. The Senate just listened to this guy because he had the best ideas. Zodiac film. So there was this somewhat of a
Whoa.
pretense that the emperor was not actually the sole power. But
Wait,
Diocletian,
When
carries words for Luke. It is a sign
Couldn't stay there.
I might have to work you.
herald
Okay.
of
I
negotiation.
get unstuck.
Yeah, no, this room looks really cool.
No, I'm stuck again.
Fuck.
What do you think's happening?
Oh, press the done button. There's a dialogue box that we can't see.
Ah. I see.
Perfect.
I are smart.
You are
Indeed.
smart.
So, like, why?
This self protector has a minute.
So let me just finish my quickly.
Okay.
So for a while,
Okay.
the emperor had to pretend that he was not actually the sole power. Over time, it just got to be less and less, and by the time of Diocletian, he officially changed the name of emperor from like first citizen to just straight up lord. So that's kind of what we were referring to before Emma started talking about.
Yes. So Septimius Severus is much more of an autocratic leader. So he's not dealing with some of the trappings that he probably ought to be. Anyway, so he ends up with sort of this long lineage, and one of the things he does is he marries a woman, and her name is Julia something, but I can't remember which Julia she is because there are like 15 Julias, and they're all like Julia Mamia, Julia Misa, Julia Domina. So like, fuck no. Anyway, one of the Julias.
Are you gonna join the fight?
Yeah, I was getting the pylon.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how we were supposed to get the pylon.
No, you just go up to it, but we're gonna get sucked into a fight first, so we need to. Anyway, so yeah, he marries this a Middle Eastern woman named Julia, and so her line is what ends up inheriting the
Julia Domina.
Julia Domina. Thank you. Oh God, there are two of you, and
There are two of them.
Bran.
This has been the last 20 minutes.
Elagabalus is one of the descendants of Julia Domina, or a relative of Julia. I think he's anyway. But he's Syrian and he worships the sun god Elgabal. Right? Logical. That's where his name comes from. But he's really interesting from a gender perspective because he cross-dressed a lot and was like openly homosexual and things. So like there's some really interesting, like, if you're for instance interested in gender dynamics and how people responded to having an openly cross-dressing emperor,
Do it at a high speed.
it's a really interesting period.
Energy, as if it's full.
And I just ran across something the other day that referred to Elagabalus as like, what was the word? I think they literally used the word femboy, and I was like, I have such respect and loathing for you right now.
Elagabalus cannot be a real name.
It was
There is a Roman emperor whose name is
God Elgabal. So he calls himself Elagabalus in reference to the.
But yeah, there's also a Roman emperor whose name is literally pronounced Pupienus.
I've heard of that one.
Oh my.
Pupienus is the best Roman emperor by default.
Okay, so
I'm a big fan of, for the opposite reason, Maximinius Thrask, because he just sounds like a supervillain. Like Maximinius Thrask.
Sure.
Like that man has committed war crimes.
I mean, yes. Okay, so
That
back
hardly-
to Wizard 101.
No.
Why?
Over committing fewer war crimes than other emperors. But the point is, he was definitely lived up to his name. Anyway.
So back to Wizard 101. Why are these like human guys fighting the non-human guys? What is the lore here?
So the shadow web, right, is Morgan. Sorry.
Okay, so they're from her.
Yeah. And the Celestians are the Celestians.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, I legitimately couldn't remember for a second whether Morgoth was from Wizard 101 or the Soul. I was like, is it Morganth or Morgoth? It depends. They're very similar.
Fair. And then there's the other M guy who's from the Raider's Apprentice, who also might be Morgoth.
Wait.
Do you
Isn't
remember?
it also Morgoth?
I think it's also Morgoth.
Well, I was gonna say it's not my fault they're blatantly ripping off Tolkien.
True. Also, like, neither you nor Charles have wands on my screen.
Of course not.
They look really gay though. Like the way they're standing is very gay.
It's definitely an interesting pose. We're like, we got a wide-legged stance. We're leaning slightly forward, and then our arms are kind of like
Back. They're
we
not
look like
using
we
the
should be
shield.
holding.
Yeah. But there is some chest thrusting involved. in
That
this.
is not how you use a shield. And also that shield seems very ineffective.
I mean, it's
Like-
not so different from a kite shield.
Like if it was like the crescent was reversed, I would get it.
I'm just saying, it's kind of a kite shield with two
His
extra
name
extensions.
is
Kite shields were
technically-
super effective.
His name is technically Morgorath
Who?
Morgorath.
from Ranger's Apprentice.
Morgorath.
Oh.
Okay.
So they were just like, let's add another vowel in there.
You know, as you do.
I was gonna say, in fairness, that's definitely.
What? Oh my goodness.
Looks like we're beating some stellar protectors,
Yeah.
just as we planned.
Indeed.
It's totally planned and intentional, you guys. I meant to do this with half health. That makes it more
To be fair, they kind of had their own orc ripoff in the first book too.
They
like
definitely did.
The first first book of the Ranger's Apprentice was kind of a Lord of the Rings ripoff.
You know, all the best fantasy novels are.
The rest of it wasn't.
Yeah.
Although I haven't read the most recent books because apparently the Wargles come back or
Of course they
something.
do.
Which are like the orc ripoffs.
The weird bear creature thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
But they're not orcs.
the not orcs that are orcs. They apparently
I
come
love
back.
it when, like,
I still haven't read that
Chicken-
book, but
the best thing in fantasy is when they like take a Tolkien idea, but they have to rub the serial numbers off because they won't do them.
true.
Yeah.
Wheel
One
of
thing
Time
that
has
Ranger's
frolics.
Apprentice has standing for itself is
Yes, the
Ranger's Apprentice did not do giant spiders.
They did not. And
So
then
there's that
after
at
you
least.
get past the first like 2 books, it's like all original, and there's a lot less high fantasy elements.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
fairness, the giant spiders were basically exclusively a result of Tolkien being
Tolkien
raised in
directed.
North Africa and having like,
South Africa was.
oh sorry, South Africa. I'm very tired, you guys. South Africa and having
Deeply traumatic spider
a
experience.
deeply traumatic spider experience.
Fair enough. I mean, the Ranger's Apprentice had a couple political power intrigue novels where people like tried to take over like some central power, whether that be the king's throne or this other fortress that's right next to the border with a country that they have a tentative peace treaty with.
So they also
Yeah.
did a Game of Thrones.
I think this
Yeah,
this was
the Wheel of
probably
Time
published
stole
before
that.
Game of
I think
Thrones.
they just did
Let's read
a
some
historical
political
fantasy.
intrigue.
The Game of Houses.
Oh my god, they do not.
Do.
Did they come
Well,
first? Or
I think it was just. I think it was just.
You're not talking about Mark. You
Well, to be fair, right? It's a
it's
takeoff of like the Great Game and
yeah,
stuff that
right.
pre-existed any of those series.
I know.
What were
I
you
just-
saying, Rachel?
What was I saying?
I don't know. You were saying
I was
something.
just saying it's just like generic historical fantasy.
It is, yeah. It gets much more generic historical fantasy, which is better for the world that it's set in.
Yeah.
It does better, yeah, in my personal opinion.
I'm trying to remember what was the. You said after the first 2 books, it gets to be less.
Well, honestly, really after the first book, when
They-
they defeat Morgoth in the first book, or the
No,
second book, they beat him in the
The
Burning
second book.
Bridge, and then
Second
after that, after you deal with the whole getting sold into slavery arc, it's very much original stories.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Morgoth has like his soldiers are like weirdly controlled,
Yeah, they're like mind
which I
controlled
think is
by
where
him.
yeah. So
Yeah.
once he's gone, then it's just generic fantasy, historical
Yes.
fantasy.
Yes. Until apparently maybe they come back. I don't know. I have to read that.
Hey, level 69.
Nice.
Why
Well,
do I
Charles
have
is
this
level
today?
70. But yeah, I need to read the newest
And I have
books.
it.
Oh,
I glossed over it, but I actually really
Dan, what am I doing?
don't know.
Wait, what?
I've been up a level and Emma did, and she's now outraged.
I deserve to be going up a level. I have played more hundreds of hours on this wizard than you have.
Okay.
Maybe.
I do remember in
Actually, that might not be true anymore.
one of the more recent ones, there was a weird magic thing that was introduced and never really like gone into very much.
Mhm.
But that was
Ranger's
just like
Apprentice?
yeah, in Ranger's Apprentice. It was just for like one book. Well,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
it was
Oh,
like
yeah,
in
the
the one
original
of
series.
no. This
I
was like
believe
one
you
of the
do.
most recent in the Royal Ranger. Sorry,
Oh, I didn't get that. I didn't read that.
that's
I think I
fair.
read the first book and then was just like, eh.
Fair
I
enough.
don't usually like sequels. Because in order to have a sequel, you usually have to either kill off your former main characters or come up with a reason why they no longer get to do the cool stuff.
To be fair,
And
Will
whether
is
or
still
not-
there doing the cool
Also,
stuff. He just has
Yeah,
an
and
apprentice.
whether or not it's accurate, it's still sad.
No,
Well,
that's
and the
fair.
other thing is you have to destroy the piece that they worked so hard to achieve, right?
Yes.
Like, your characters, right, are supposed to get, I mean, even if it's not a perfect happy ending, like, to rest. And in order to have a sequel, you have to have a new problem.
To be
And
fair,
generally, you have to have it sufficiently escalated so that your protagonists have to struggle with it.
to be fair, the initial problem is that Will's wife died. So
Yes.
Right? So, like, you have to, like,
Which is
destroy
because
some
yeah.
level of
they
peace
didn't even
and
get
security for the
together
main
until
characters.
the
Right?
end of the last book. And
Yeah.
then you never get to see them happy. You just
Oh.
find out that she died.
yeah, that's true. You do get to see their wedding in one of the one-shot novels.
Yes.
Sure. But, like,
Also, I guess I'm alone now. You all
We're
win.
talking to Piper Melville?
No, I'm in a fight.
Oh. They didn't say that.
I
They
already.
just said I'm alone.
I thought you guys were in the other fight circle because there's another fight circle. No, that's someone else. Oops.
wait, where are you? I will see you.
I'm in a fight.
Are you in this? But wait,
Defeating the steam trawlers.
Yeah, I'm fighting the steam prowlers because I thought that's what I had to do next.
You
We
did-
were behind you. We were talking to someone to get the quest.
Oh, because I was too much talking about Ranger's Apprentice.
you
all right, yeah, I found you.
too
Cool.
deep into the Ranger's Apprentice wormhole to realize
Yeah,
what
that's
was going
true.
on.
I don't know. I feel like they did a good way of introducing how they did the Brother Band Chronicles because it wasn't a direct sequel. And then I really liked the Royal Ranger because like Will is still there and you get to see him struggle with grief, and then he's just being like a cool uncle.
Sorry, my guy. In that series, it does make sense because you have basically Will has become the Hulk figure, and
Yes.
the rest of the main cast is like they got promotions, so that's why they can't do.
Their old
That's
job.
why they're not out wandering the wilderness.
That's true.
Yeah. So like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just that I personally don't usually click with sequels.
No, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. The ones that I really started liking it when it was like the second and third books in the series of the Royal Ranger, which is dealing with a whole attempted coup.
Mm,
That was fun.
love that for them.
Yeah. Everyone almost died. But it
Can we
was,
be done after this fight, maybe?
yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I maybe need to go to bed.
That's fair. Well, that's the end of the fight.
All right, we've done.
We
We
did
done
it.
it. We withered.
Let's talk to the guy. Oh,
Oh.
I only got 3 of 4 steam truckers.
Yep. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I guess that means that one of them was a different guy.
Something.
No, we only got 3 people in the fight.
Yeah.
We'll
I'm
get
in another fight.
Oh, okay. We're just gonna fight this guy.
Sorry, I did not mean to join another fight.
Like,
Honestly, I feel sad for the guy who's just chilling, trying to get into any fight.
That is true. I do feel he could just go to another realm though.
Or another part of this. Like there are
Area.
like steam travelers literally 360 degrees around here.
I don't know why he's just standing there.
Yeah.
Probably because he's a small child.
This is a him problem. I refuse to feel bad.
Fair. But yeah, no, Raiders of the Apprentice is pretty good. I also really like the only thing I dislike about the heckin' the boat one, the Brother Band Chronicles, is it's implied that it's gonna be a weird the girl has to choose between the two main guys, but also there's no real chemistry between the girl and the two main guys.
No.
My other big issue is there was this one book where there was a love interest for one of the main guys in a different part of the world, and he was gonna quit the crew to live with her. And then instead of dealing with that, he just killed her off. She just died.
well, that dealt with it.
I mean, it did deal with it, but this was also very clearly the love of this character's life. Like, so yeah. That is my only other issue. But
So EP.
you are EP?
I am EP.
EP. We're almost done. Between me and Charles, we'll be able to kill him.
Yeah.
We got this.
Indeed.
Well, they are balanced, guys. So.
Oh, they are balanced. I mean, Charles is also attacking.
Yeah. Alright. So this stream we talked about fantasy tropes, Roman history. If we had alienated our entire fan base.
And biology.
And serial killers. Don't forget Hannibal
And
Lecter.
serial killers. Where I was pro serial killer.
Yeah, sorry, Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan. Yeah, those are different people.
Yeah, those are two different people. My brain no work. We also talked about gender and sexism.
That is true. We did it. We hit all the controversial.
We didn't talk about religion.
We didn't. Yet. There's still time.
We didn't
Religion.
talk about El
We did talk.
the sun god of Syria.
I'm
That's
very
true.
sorry to any practitioners of gosh, I don't even know what that religion would be. I mean, it's a sect of like Roman polytheism, but it's a specific cult. If yeah, there are
If that's your cult, we're very sorry.
If that's your cult, I'm very sorry.
Very sorry for calling it a cult.
No, that's the correct term for that particular.
Fair enough.
It's literally like cults were not negative things in ancient Rome. Like they just weren't.
Okay.
I know they're bad now.
Now we're gonna
But back
stop.
then,
Now we're gonna stop stream, right? Because you're EP.
yes,
Yes, EP.
yeah. Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the
We made the
call.
mistake of starting you on Roman history right before we're supposed to end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for cutting me off, please, before I embarrass myself further.
Sorry. Okay. Good night, all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Good night.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for coming to my stream. I don't have any friends who are alive, so we're just gonna stop streaming for tonight. Good night.